Hello, my friends. This is an exciting announcement, a very unique opportunity to spread forth the message of good content. Now, as many of you know, I have recently departed from that other podcast, Follow the Rules. But I didn't want to talk about that because I feel that what's done is done. It was a great opportunity. I made good content. I made good connections with people. And I really grew into what the content mindset is. Now, the content mindset is something that we came up with a long time ago, back in the Thermidor magazine days. For those of you who are around long enough to remember, content mindset is the sort of supreme value of Samizdat, of truly subversive, thought-provoking, high-minded content. While I know, that's all pie in the sky, and the reality is that we're all just writing propaganda for ourselves. But I feel that I've really grown and I've changed and I've developed over the years, and I feel that I've built up as evident by the way things have transpired. I am very fortunate in life to have been shown an immense amount of support and love and connection with people that have been following me for a long time, or even people who haven't followed me for, that know me from various projects. But the people that I've interacted with, some of which I've known for years, they are with me on a journey. And so this is why I have launched a Patreon. Not just for the Content Minded podcast, because there is many guests and many exciting things. And even the episodes that I don't have guests, I intend to plan whole lectures. I intend to do things and topics and critiques and various other forms of content that I feel is meaningful. And hopefully along the way, people enjoy it enough to donate whatever you can. I'm going to go through the tiers in this video shortly, but I just wanted to say that I'm very grateful for the support that I've been given and the sort of good faith that I've built up over the years. And I feel that I do so many different things, from podcasting to the artwork to writing, eventually transitioning to writing a whole book of essays. I feel that I just need something in the way of a little injection here and there. So to me, it's like whatever you can give. I'll try to do my best not to be a total grifter, but whatever you can give that to quote Hank Hill, whatever you think is fair. So this is why I wanted to open up the Patreon, because I really do feel that it's been demonstrated that people are hungry for what I do, at least in part. At least, not like I'm never going to reach the heights of, the ye celebs of old, but I don't know. I feel that I've gotten to a position in life now, and I've sort of gotten to a position in the online world where I can sort of flower out a little bit. People appreciate what I do, and there's no pressure, and there's going to be a lot of different exciting stuff that I'm going to put on Patreon. And I'm going to put a lot of the spicier parts of Content Minded on there. I'm going to put exclusive videos that, well, let's say, could offend the Eye of Sauron, that is the YouTube algorithm. But no, it's not just for edge posting. The goal on Patreon is going to be the final book of essays. I don't have a title, but a book of essays that I'm going to release one chapter on at the time of this recording. When you go to my Patreon and you donate from the $5 level up, there will be one chapter of the book, an essay that I wrote a few years ago that I feel is substantial about the nature of the body and the work of contemporary art. And there will also be a number of other videos. I will still, Content Minded, I'm going to put out hours of free content a week, but I'm going to make sure that on Patreon there will be regular exclusive content. But I don't want to neglect live streaming or anything. I'm in talks with certain people to do a bunch of episodes of Content Minded. I already have 5 to 6 episodes in the can. All of them on average about 2.5 to 3 hours each. So that's really exciting. That's really good. I'm in talks with some good friends of mine to do regular live streaming. And I'm going to another big announcement next week in video format, because I like to feel writing is, something that as I get more comfortable with doing video and podcasting will be more exclusive. I still will post my Substack for free, obviously, but starting next week, and there will be exclusive versions of them on Patreon, I am bringing my old WordPress series into video format of Modern Art Madness. So I'm going to take one painting per week, talk about it for 10 to 15, maybe to 20 minutes, and I will also periodically put exclusive ones, maybe for some more risque artwork, behind the paywall. But I'm going to try to do it like I did back in the day, a few years ago. Every Monday will be Modern Art Madness. I'm going to do the laid back Saturday stream. It's just that this week, my internet connection was buggy. I had to reset my router. It seems pretty good now. So I'm going to compensate by, I have a really heavy, busy week. So I'm going to put out that video on the California ideology. And the next Saturday I will do something. But this week, I also am doing the webinar for Thaddeus Russell. So I'm going to put the link there in the description. And I believe he's going to put clips on his YouTube channel afterwards. But please, I highly recommend you. I know it's a bit pricey, but it's really good content, live Q&A, so forth. It's going to be about the new religious right. So that's going to be tons of fun. This Saturday, I have a web conference, an online Zoom conference. I believe it's going to be live streamed. If not, then I definitely am going to release the paper that I'm presenting called Society Must Be Inoculated. And I believe Jeffrey Schollenberger is also presenting a paper on the day after. But this Friday, I'm doing it. It's in the morning. And if it's live streamed, I will drop the link in all of my social media, so forth. But I present a paper called about the aesthetic of, let's call it for YouTube purposes, the last 2 years, based off of a Twitter thread that I wrote in the beginning of the Chinese delicacy. And it talks about Giorgio Agamben and Michel Foucault, especially Agamben's writing on the current situation of the last 2 years. It talks about Francis Bacon and a bunch of other contemporary artists. It's a really great paper. I'm going to release it afterwards, but I'm going to give a presentation for this online conference. So a lot of big things happening this week. Onwards and upwards, content mindset. Here is the Patreon tiers. So here is the Patreon page. This is the public page. And when you go to the link, I will drop in the description. These are, so go to patreon.com/Giner Productions. Giner Productions is creating a monthly tip to help support me in all of my endeavors. You will be shouted out at the end of all the Content Minded podcast episodes. You are buying war bonds in the info war. You will be a private in the GeoCell army. So for the low price of $5 a month, you enter into the content mindset. This is a print of a Buddha in China that I will put on my forthcoming art shop online. For the low price of $5 a month, you will get full access to all exclusive content, including the second bonus half of podcasts, exclusive podcasts and videos, never before seen works of art, writing, and periodic chapters to any book I will write, and I will. So this will unlock all of the paywalled content. Now here we have real patrician content aristocrat, $20 a month. You are a real patrician content supporter. If you pledge at the $20 level, you will receive all the benefits of previous tiers, but also you will receive 2 hand-printed ukiyo-e woodblock prints from the That Feel No GF series. That Feel When No GF series. You'll also be able to request 2 articles or podcasts or subjects of your choosing after a few months. So I'm going to hold back on the prints for maybe a month or 2 just to make sure that you're serious, just a little grifty over there, but just to make sure you're on the level. But you can immediately message me and request at least 2 of either a video or a podcast or anything in the subject. Also, if you want to request, I shall put in there if you want to request a work of art. We can have an arrangement. I am always open up to commissions. I want to do something to incentivize the higher tiers in terms of content suggestions. So I'll also probably be arranging live streams or Q&As or something of that nature. But then who knows? I mean, in the future, I'm going to start looking into monetization and super chats and things of that nature. And finally, the last tier, Content Step Warrior, $50 a month. And this one has a bunch of neat things. So all of the previous tiers, 2 prints, 2 content requests, but of course this will change after every few months, so you can give me more suggestions, plus a painting in the style of Bob Ross, as well as additional drawing at the time of pledge. I will probably be doing, I'll probably give you, something else. Like I'll probably spice up the deal as well. But a good Bob Ross painting and a drawing is, I feel it's worth it. And of course, I have set to give you a mug that Patreon takes care of that is of my iconic Water Moon Guainan Bodhisattva picture that I painted years ago. So these are all the tiers. Please go to patreon.com/giantartproductions. This Tuesday is my portion of the Thaddeus Russell webinar on the new religious right. The first one is tonight, which is Neil J. Young. And tomorrow I'm going on at 7 p.m. The price is $65. And we are going to do basically like a podcast and then a Q&A from the audience. I have a bunch of different ideas. It's going to be great. I believe there's going to be clips on Thaddeus's channel afterwards. So this is the poster. Please, I highly recommend going and signing up for the webinar. So this has been all of the content updates. Please, donate whatever you think is fair. God bless you all. Goodbye.